What's up YouTube? My name is Marvin and today we are comparing solid state bass amps compared to tube bass amps. Let's begin. Okay, I'm just gonna be leaving my camera there. I'm gonna start. The EQs on both amps are identical. Everything is centered, including the gain or input, bass, mid, treble, low mid, high mid. The master on both amps are both at the middle. They're both on their normal input, no deep switch or any other special switches engaged. I'm using my Ibanez SR1005 EWN. Got Bartolini's, I don't remember which ones, but they're passive. My active EQ is not active. I'm not going to be boosting or cutting any frequencies. I'm using both pickups, and yeah, it's as simple as that. I'll be recording 2 tracks. I'll be doing the DI out of each amp, and be using my microphone, my TSM411, for all of the regular tracks. I'll show you how each one sounds and how they sound blended, so you can get an idea of what a difference between tube, solid state, blending them with their respective DIs, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end. Starting with the Subway D-800. So immediately, the Subway D-800 is much cleaner. There's practically no grit, no overdrive, which is to be expected. Immediately I can tell you that it's not as big sounding. It doesn't fill the room. It's not like a lot of frequencies and a lot of stuff coming at you. It almost sounds like just you and your bass amplified to the max. So now let's switch and check out the Mesa Prodigy. So I don't know if you can hear that, but there's definitely more texture, thickness. There's more tone in the all-tube Mesa Prodigy. It's a big difference in the room compared to the solid-state Subway D-800. Nothing bad, nothing crazy, but definitely different. It's definitely a different feel of the amp. Let's go back to the Mesa Prodigy and try another riff. See, like I mean, it's very clean. It's very just clean. That's all I can say. I'll just give you some more examples and then we'll wrap it up with my final thoughts. Okay, let's do touch sensitivity. So if I play softer and harder, let's see how it affects. Okay, so here are my final thoughts. If you need lots of headroom and a really nice clean representation of what you're playing, definitely go with the solid state amplifiers for your bass. Now, if you want a little more tone, you want more warmth, you want more of an organic sounding bass tone, something that sounds really different and unique, definitely consider getting an all tube bass head. The thing about this is that the tube heads are considerably more heavy and they're much more expensive because of just their nature. They're tube amps. They have more expensive parts, and that's just what it is. Solid state amps are much lighter, much more portable, not as fragile because they don't have glass tubes inside and all those parts like I mentioned before. So these things are very handy for the gigging musician, which is exactly what I use this for. I use this for a couple of gigs. Very easy to put into my bag. This behemoth, even as small as it is compared to a lot of other bass tube amps, I've never gigged it, but it's definitely heavier, and I honestly wouldn't want to gig it because of just the parts inside, you know, just moving around with these fragile tubes. It's not something I really want to risk breaking. The cost difference, I mean, I got this for $1,200 used. I got this for $550 used. Both great deals on these amps for the conditions I got them in. Think about that. You can get two of these and it's still cheaper than getting this. So cost-wise, bear that in mind. Tonally, for me, I prefer this because I'm sure I can get this tube amp to sound like my solid state amp, but pretty sure that I can't get this to sound like this, not without the help of pedals or other effects and such. Now, is the price difference worth the tone difference? That can be debated. I think that if you really want the tube sound, save your money and get the tube sound. Now, if you just need something to practice, you want something reliable, and you're not too crazy about the sound, and maybe you've got a couple pedals already, the solid state amp is much better overall. They just work better, they're lighter. Overall, this is just better technology in my eyes. Or, best answer, get both amps. Use this one for gigging and use this one for home and recording. Personally, I'm keeping this. I'm actually selling this on my Reverb and my eBay page and Facebook. So if you're interested, hit me up. Give you a good deal if you mention my YouTube video. Otherwise, they're both amazing amps. I don't think you can go wrong with either or. Just make sure that you understand the difference between the two. Because feature-wise, they're both very similar. It's just the tone that's really the difference with the two. This only speaks for these two specific Mesa amplifiers, but there are a whole bunch of other amplifiers you can check out from Orange, from Trainer, from Laney. You could just do a Google search and just find online what seems to match what you're looking for. I hope this video was helpful in figuring out the difference between a tube amp and a solid state amp. Thanks again for watching. If you like this, thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. If you're in the middle, thumbs up, whatever. You get the point. And take care, stay safe. Thank you for checking out my video.